A distant nation has developed a highly advanced ballistic weapon, and they have explicitly identified India as a potential target. That nation is Turkey. This is their newly unveiled missile system, which translates to the Lightning missile. The technical capability is worrying, but the rhetoric is what is causing alarm. Turkey is claiming that this missile possesses the range to strike India's northern territories. Superpowers like the US or Russia inherently have global reach, but they are not actively aiming at New Delhi. When a mid-sized power openly targets Indian soil from thousands of miles away, it forces a significant recalculation of national security. This military posturing is not an isolated event. It is the latest escalation in a sustained campaign directed at the Indian border. President Erdogan has repeatedly used the platform of the United Nations to intervene in the Kashmir border dispute, challenging India's position on the global stage. Beyond diplomacy, Turkey is actively equipping Pakistan with advanced combat technology, specifically the Bayraktar TB2 drone. By arming adversaries and issuing missile threats, Turkey has pushed the conflict into a new phase. India is now engineering a strategic response to counter this distant aggression. Neutralizing a threat thousands of miles away doesn't always require a direct, costly war. Often, the most effective response is to identify where an adversary is most diplomatically isolated. For Turkey, that exposure is found in the Mediterranean Sea, specifically on the island of Cyprus. Turkey maintains a controversial military occupation of the northern half of the island, a situation that remains a major flashpoint in regional politics. Turkey stands alone in this claim. No other country in the world recognizes this occupation as legitimate. This isolation makes Cyprus a powerful point of leverage. It is a territory where Turkey is uniquely sensitive to foreign military and diplomatic intervention. India has moved to exploit this leverage, entering the Mediterranean theater with a series of high-level diplomatic maneuvers. Prime Minister Modi recently met with Cypriot President Nikos Christodoulidis to establish a formal strategic alliance between the two nations. The result is a joint action plan running through 2029, which includes new counter-terrorism protocols and an agreement for expanded defense cooperation. The military component is particularly significant. India is preparing to supply Cyprus with advanced offensive hardware, including the supersonic BrahMos cruise missile. This strategy creates a clear symmetry. India is providing advanced weaponry to Turkey's direct adversary, mirroring the support Turkey provides to Pakistan. This new defense pact is accelerating a shift in the regional balance of power in the South Mediterranean. Turkey's regional standing is under pressure as Israel increasingly views Ankara as a future adversary and distances itself accordingly. While Greece is committed to the defense of Cyprus, the broader safety net of NATO is being questioned as the alliance becomes more fractured and its internal support systems less reliable. The Mediterranean is becoming a center of global friction, and India has secured a vital, heavily armed foothold at the heart of this volatile region. Modern statecraft relies on the credible threat of retaliation. Respect between nations is often built on the knowledge that aggression will be met with a proportionate response. The engagement in Cyprus adds a new dimension to India's strategy. New Delhi is projecting power deep into the Mediterranean to secure its interests in the Kashmir Valley. While Turkey loudly advertises the range of its new missiles, India is quietly executing a systemic flanking maneuver. By utilizing Turkey's most significant regional vulnerability, India has established a new global deterrent. The message is clear: any nation threatening Indian sovereignty will face consequences in their own backyard.
If you value clarity over chaos, explore more on Clear Lens X.